Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jakub and please do not be alarmed. Yes, I know I am topless. Yes, I know I have red lipstick on, really long, dangling, long clip-on earrings, and my mic is attached to my necklace. So the reason I am doing this is because I really fell in love with the new Taylor Swift single from her upcoming album Reputation. The single is of course called Look What You Made Me Do, and I think on Thursday she released the music video for that single, and this is one of the looks that she wore in that video. It's literally just one scene. It is the scene, the reason I'm topless is because she was as well. It's the scene where she's lying in the bath. That sounded really British. She's lying in a bath full of diamonds, and the diamonds are just covering up her breasts, and she's wearing a load of jewelry, and she's wearing this makeup, this eye look. So that really kind of captured me, and yeah, I wanted to copy it. I wanted to see what kind of video would come out of this. And this is going to be a tutorial. It took me just under an hour to do this. The magic of editing, the video is going to be much shorter than that. You know, I'm going to take you through this look step by step. I'm going to explain how I'm doing everything and why I'm doing things. You know, at the first look, it might not look like I'm really going for what she is looking like, but you know, trust me, it takes a few steps to get there, really. Obviously, I don't know how she got there. I don't know how her makeup artist did her look. All I know is, you know, I have a few pictures of her looking like she is. And so what I'm doing in this video is basically I'm taking whatever I have, and most of it, by the way, is just budget makeup. I'm taking what I have and I'm trying to make it into what she's looking. Yeah, without any further ado, let me skip into the start of me doing this look. And if you want to find out how I did it, keep on watching. So this is me getting ready to work. Let's see how this goes. This is how she was in the scene, kind of topless and swimming in a bath of diamonds. I do apologize, I don't have a bath of diamonds, but I'm gonna try and do this makeup. I've got these. So to start with, I've got this Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I bought it just yesterday, and I'm just gonna work it between my fingers here. Working with these fucking massive guys is so annoying. I bought it just yesterday and I tried to use it. It definitely didn't seem to erase my pores completely. I'm yet to find something budget friendly that does that, so you know, we'll go with it. It is a primer after all, so hopefully that does a job. And then I'm just gonna go with the Dermacol Super Makeup Cover, Extreme Makeup Cover. Today for a change, I'll be using a makeup brush rather than a beauty blender. I just wanted to kind of, I just dropped that brush because of these. Do you see what I'm doing with this? So actually, I'm just going to put it on my finger. And these are so bad. I would never wear these. Just kind of gonna go around there, some on my forehead. And let's go to town. I'm gonna take the excess off my finger and off this stupid nail. Oh my god. Ooh, okay. I'm also gonna be jingling a lot, clearly, because of this. If this is to say anything else about this foundation, this makeup cover, it's that it works with a makeup brush as well, so that's always very good. It doesn't really, it's not giving me any streaky lines, any weird stuff like that. So I'm basically covered. This is my problem area here, obviously. Just so there. So I might add a little bit more before putting concealer on top of it. Just a smidge. And I'm gonna try and work that in very lightly, like buff it in. And then work around the edge. Just so the product's definitely focused on that problem area and isn't dragging it anywhere else. You know, you can still see obviously the kind of the bump, but I mean that's just not going to be covered by pigment, obviously, but it's pretty well covered. It's not red. The area around it's not red. Let me just buff everything in to my neckline. Okay, so next thing, so this is pretty standard, but the next thing that you can see in that video, and obviously I don't know any of these things, I don't know how exactly or how they did it, so I'm just going to go with how it looks and then try to replicate that with my own way. So she has bronzer in like this area here, and then she's really white, kind of highlighted there, around her chin, around her mouth here, the cupid's bow, and there. So I'm going to actually do that with the concealer. Right, so I'm going to use a concealer stick to go over these areas, since the concealer stick I use is lighter than my foundation. So again, under the eyes, just right here, because then here goes the bronzer, and then under here, right here, and there, here, and then the entire nose as well. Was pretty white. So this time I am going to use my beauty sponge, and I'm going to go in. I'm just going to use a powder to set this, and I'm going to use a translucent one. Just this one, I've barely got any left, by Wet n Wild. And the reason I'm using translucent is just I got this color game correct with the creams, and I don't want to set it off with any kind of colored powders. So hopefully this will just set the makeup, mattify everything. She barely used any highlighter. That's quite weird. Maybe makeup for film is different. She barely used any highlighter, so all of this is going to be pretty matte. Okay, that's it pressed in. And I'm just going to go with a brush like this and try to brush off any excess, or gently set the face further. Okay, I'm going to clean this because it's bronzing time. She used, if you look at it, she used the bronzer quite weird. I'm going to use the L'Oreal bronzer, and I'm going to use this guy, tap it in lightly there, tap off the excess, and I'm going to go in as far as basically my mouth, and kind of work it up there. And it was a big area of her face, honestly. Okay, yeah, I think this is it was like a big area of her face, you know, if you keep kind of referencing to the picture, but it was quite light, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like dark or anything. Okay, and then you can see her her forehead under her hair, but I'm sure, just for myself anyway, I'm gonna do this. So okay, this is looking pretty crazy with my hair up and stuff like that. I kind of look like a gypsy, but let's keep going. I'm gonna do just a very light contour around my nose. I think hers was, let me look at it. Right, hers seems to be just there at the end of the nose. So I'm gonna use the bronzer as well, because it's a very light look, this one. Right, so just here, maybe to just pinch it at the ends. She wants to give us this white girl realness with pinched white nose. So you see there, it's kind of white at the tip and pinched on the sides. So this is it for the face, I think. Let me just refer to it again. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. I think I might do some banana powder under my eyes a little bit, and then some highlighter. So let's do that right now. I'm gonna use an oval brush. I'm gonna clean this up, and I'm gonna use the Revlon Sculpt and Highlight contour kit. Don't know if I'll be able to open this. Jesus Christ, everything is so much more difficult with this. Why do people bother with these? I swear to God, I'll not be able to open this. 12 hours later, using the banana one here. It is really pigmented, as I found out like a few times using it, so I really don't use that much, because the more you use, it just becomes yellow and it kind of goes crazy. I'm gonna use it there too. See how pigmented it is? So much easier to see in my beard because the hairs catch it. Now for the final step, some highlighter. I will be barely dipping into the Kat Von D Thunderstruck, just barely, because you can't really see her wear any highlighter. It's just like natural glow kind of thing, so this is what I'm going for. The only place you can see her definitely wear something is here. So I kind of want to go overboard in that. Yes. And then just slightly there. And that's my face done. Well, the base anyway. Okay, so for the main event now, the eyes. And I'm just gonna use a tiny little bit of this concealer again. I'm gonna put it on my blending brush. And I'm gonna go over my eyelids just to give it a fair and white sheer base. Just the best kind of working surface, especially if I'm going to be using dark colors that I don't really enjoy. I'm also going to set it with a little translucent powder, the one that I just used before on my face. Let's go there. There we go. That should be set. So let me just have another quick look at this picture that I took. Hopefully I'll be able to insert it somewhere into this video so that you can reference it as well. So I've got 3 different pictures here. She's looking straight ahead, just here. Then she's looking kind of up. The way she's looking up, her makeup kind of looks like, you know, wings, even though she doesn't have eyeliner. So I know that her eyeshadow is blended upwards. And then there's one with her eyes closed so that I can actually see what she's really wearing. So it seems like she's kind of wearing like this blue, greeny aquamarine kind of color, you know. And I don't, obviously, like I said, I don't know how she arrived at the point of, you know, where she's wearing all of that in her video, and I don't have like one eyeshadow color that can replicate that, so I'm just going to be kind of working towards it and seeing what I have that I can make it into what she's kind of wearing. If you look at that picture, I'm going to try and upload it or link it, or you can Google it. Or you can even YouTube her video and pause at the scene where she is kind of in this bath of diamonds, and that's what I'm doing. She's got like, it's a smoky eye, and it's pretty dark, you know, around the edges there, and then it's glittery on the inside, and kind of blue green on the outside. It's pretty standard. But it is gonna involve, for me anyway, a lot of blending, because like I said, I don't have like one color that can replicate that. I have this eyeshadow palette called Soft Focus. Right, it's a palette by Urban Outfitters that I bought in the US, and I'm gonna use this color here. So this is the entire palette. I'm gonna use this guy here. So it's kind of this blue, this dark blue color, and I'm gonna use a big blending brush like this, and I'm just gonna go into there. And let's go to town. So we can automatically see this you know, dark color with a bluish undertone, and it's her the smoky eye, I guess, on her face is pretty, goes around her eye, like, you know, it's a big smoky eye. There's a lot of makeup, it's blended out very widely. So I'm gonna try and do that, and as you can see, I'm also blending up. If there's a problem with that later, you know, I can always use a concealer and kind of try and help that. But I'm gonna go on again, tap off the excess, and just go over that a little bit, give it that intensity. And there's just a slight kind of hint of eyeshadow going into the inner eye as well. Let me replicate that on the other eye. Which is always a struggle. See how different it is? I always struggle making the two eyes look identical. Mainly with just blending the outside kind of thing. Blending the transition color. So this is not exactly looking very upward. I'm gonna try and fix that. So that's all it takes. I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit so that you can see better. Okay, there it is. So it's looking pretty similar there. Okay, this is pretty close. So next, I tried this yesterday and I'm not like, the end look, it looked fine, it looked pretty close. I think I needed more blue and green, which is why I'm doing this right now. But I used this color here. Actually, I have a better idea. My Morphe, this is gonna be a pain to open. Ah! Not as bad as I expected. It has one green shade, this one here. And I'm gonna try and use that to get that blue-green kind of shade. I'm just gonna go over. So it's already kind of reflecting, I mean, both of these are matte, but it's already kind of double shade. It's reflecting green and blue. Okay. I had to fix my lighting once and for all because it was not liking me. Ugh, these jingle. I'm gonna go in still with the same brush into the shade just below the, just this one here. Just below the blue one, just to darken things up in the outer corner. If we're going smoky, we're going smoky. We're gonna use 50 shades. We're gonna see where that takes us. Okay. I'm kind of still not super happy with how these two eyes are looking, but I mean, I think that's pretty close. What was the next thing that I used? Okay, I have this blue shade here, much lighter blue, and I'm gonna try and use that as well to kind of go over the whole thing and make it, you know, right now I'm still using just one brush and I'm going over basically the same area kind of the eyes, so I'm basically trying to recreate the color that she's wearing. So, you know, I used a darker blue as my transition color, then I used a little bit of that green from Morphe, then I'm going over with a lighter blue again. So, you know, overall, hopefully that gives it that kind of dimension and illusion of different color. Okay, I think I need some more green maybe, and I'm just gonna try and go with this green right here. Just, you know, to kind of hit the high points, because it is a lighter shade. I'm not gonna put it anywhere, you know, inside so that it catches light. That's not the point. So yeah, it kind of reflects aquamarine now. Depending what your definition of aquamarine is. And I can see that this is kind of working and transforming this shade, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. Yeah, see? It's not so bad. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna grab a smaller brush, this one, and I'm gonna go into the black here. And that's just gonna be a tiny wiggle. I would also turn this brush once or twice, you know, for each eye, just to make sure that I'm hitting all of these points of the eye and the other eye. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I have to keep bringing up the picture, the reference here. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty close. She's definitely got, this is probably lower for her, but I think I'm just gonna go with it because it's working right now. So then, for the lid, which she's got sparkly, I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Moondust palette, and I'm gonna go in with the color Galaxy, this one here. So these colors, I mean, these are total glitters. That does not work at all if you don't wet your brush. I'm gonna swatch it on my finger. This is a beautiful, beautiful sparkly color, and that's gonna go on my lid. But if you look at the picture closely, it goes on her lids up to about there, and then the inner corner action starts. And then also it goes to around there, and then the smokiness of the eye starts again. So I'm probably gonna, I'm taking a packing brush, I'm taking setting spray, spraying it generously. I'm just gonna go into Galaxy right there. You kind of have to swirl it around, make sure that it's there, see? There's probably gonna be quite a lot of fallout, but you know, I'm willing to sacrifice fallout for this beautiful shade. So yeah, I don't want to go any closer than that to the inner corner. And I'm mainly focusing just in the center of my eye. And quickly, while this is still kind of, the brush is still wet, I'm gonna do the other eye. Not worry about fallout. Now let's worry about fallout. So I think this is pretty nice, and I'm actually gonna go back in with this angled brush with dark on it and blend it from the outside into the darker outer corner, and make sure that the lash line is covered in pigment rather than being left kind of white. Same thing here, you're actually going a little bit over that glitter there. And I'm gonna go in with a fluffy flat brush just to tidy up there where the glitter eyeshadow was kind of abruptly ending, which we never like. We want everything to be blended. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so this is working pretty nice. Next thing I'm gonna do is grab a small brush, and I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna fix the inner corner. Her inner corner is kind of an undescript yellow gold light kind of situation, so I'm gonna go in with gold because I think it's kind of gonna work, and I've got gold ready to go here from the same Urban Outfitters palette. So I'm coating that in, I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm just tapping it around because there's so much stuff in there already. I don't want to move anything else around. See, if I move it too much there, it's gonna catch with the dark colors and it's just gonna give me hell. So I just want to tap it around, kind of find some space for it. Do the same thing with there. It's not super blended right now, but I'm just gonna tap the pigment, the shadow around anyway, and then I'm gonna, you know, wipe this brush, and then I can clean up the edges afterwards. Okay, yeah, I think that's kind of close. I'm probably gonna have to go over with maybe some foundation there under the eyes because the fallout has been real, and it's not entertaining me. It's not so bad. I know at least 30 million people who could do this better, but I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. I'm gonna take this flat packed brush and I'm gonna take the first shade actually, and I'm gonna go under the eye slightly. She's got at least 3 different shades in there. She's got blue, she's got darker, either blue or black, and then she's got lighter blue. So let me go in with darker blue. And it also joins up there, joins this wing. And it goes pretty much all the way. The only shade under her eye that doesn't go all the way into the inner corner is the black. The black is focused on the outside. And I'm gonna try and replicate the other eye again, kind of joining up there at the wing. Okay, so I've got the the darker blue set. I'm going to use a smaller brush, the same one that I used for my inner corner, because I don't care. And I'm going to use this shade here as my dark. And I'm just going to go on the outer edge, not going in too close to the center of the eye. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty dark. I might go into the MUA, the super pitch black shade. Yes, there we go. Nice. And then she's got everything framed with a lighter blue. So basically she's got it going under everything else. And I'm going to use this shade here. I'm going to use the same brush here. I'm just going to coat it all around. And not to smudge anything, I'm kind of just tapping. And then it doesn't even go into that inner corner, it kind of goes straight. Kind of like that. Okay, let me look at the reference point again. No, you can't see anything I tried to show you, but it's just impossible. I'm gonna upload these pictures that I took as reference point onto some Google Drive thingamajiggy so that you can look at them again. But I think this is actually pretty close. I'm gonna go in with a Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel 24 hours automatic gel pencil. I just bought it yesterday. It's literally, you can use it as wing liner because it's really pigmented. It's just not, you know, it's a gel liner, so it's not really a pencil either. It's really creamy and it can mimic both a pencil and liquid. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna grab my beauty sponge not to ruin anything, and I'm gonna go in just on the waterline. Pretty light as well. She doesn't go fully into the inner corner. The inner corner action is definitely kind of dominated by this gold here. So I'm not even gonna go in like too dark with this. I think just one swipe will do the job. Okay. So then the only thing that's left is her eyelashes and her lipstick. So let me do the lipstick first. This is what I bought. It cost me £1. It's Makeup Revolution lipstick in the shade Atomic. Atomic Red, I think, and it's just red, just like the nails, just like the earrings. I'm gonna zoom this out. Doing this is gonna be really difficult. I'm gonna grab a magnifying mirror here and hopefully you can still see me do it. The reason it's gonna be really difficult is because it is red. I don't use reds, I use nudes. Nudes are very forgiving, they apply on the lip very easily. I'm gonna try and have it as sharp as I can. She's got it sharp like a razor on her mouth, but I'm gonna try anyway. Let me just stop talking and go in. Luckily her lips are not very full. Here I don't have to overdraw to mimic that. I'm just basically gonna follow the natural line of my own lips. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm going to try and overdraw slightly. See there? And it just kind of plumps up everything else. So that's kind of the easiest way to overdraw your lips. Leave this alone. You can focus on your Cupid's bow and your bottom lip, and that's super easy to overdraw because your bottom lip will obviously, depending on the shape of your lips, if your lips are really thin, then that's going to make everything difficult. But for most people, I think the bottom lip, just underneath the lip, was going to be hidden. So if you do add some color there, like over, you know, if you do overdraw there, people will not really see, but they will still, people will not see that it's overdrawn, and even if it's not overdrawn perfect, see this? It's not overdrawn perfect, the line isn't perfectly straight, especially because of my stubble, but people will still see pigment coming from underneath your lip from the shadow, but thanks to the shadow they will not see that it's not done perfectly. So this is it. She's got a lot of lip gloss on it. I don't have sheer lip gloss. I'm just going to use this Max Factor kind of purpley gloss, and I'm going to use just a few taps so that it doesn't really give me any pigment. I'm going to put mascara on right now. Okay, so I do have fakies. I have this eyelure. They're going to fall off if I show this anymore, but they're basically just like kind of they're not full falsies, they're just edges, the outer corner of the eye. So I'm going to apply that. I'm going to be right back. So this is the finished look, you guys. It took me quite a while. It definitely took me out of my comfort zone, but I think it turned out pretty well overall. I was never going to copy her hair. It's not long enough. I was not going to wear a wig because that would have taken it too much a kind of drag direction. But yeah, no, I think this is showing up on camera pretty well. I've got falsies there. It's, you know, that kind of glittery aquamarine blue green kind of shade. Smoky eye with blue underneath, a very smoky eye look. There's one thing I'm missing. I'm just missing some highlighter from there, so I'm gonna use again the Urban Outfitters one, and I'm gonna use this and this just to lighten things up there. That's definitely the whole look. Let me just put some fixing spray on it. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with this look. I'm hardly gonna walk around the house or the town with these dangling and with all of this going on and this really heavy kind of nighttime makeup. But it is what it is. This is what Taylor Swift did in one of her scenes in the new Look What You Made Me Do music video. So I hope you guys liked this. If you did, if you would like to see more videos like this, if you like me, if you like my channel, if you like makeup, please do share, subscribe, comment, and like, and just leave me any kind of feedback. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry for keeping to check myself out, but this is a very, very different look for myself, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, until next time, I will see you when I see you. Bye!